Stephen A. Smith here, giving you guys the Week 12 recap. We had some very good games. Notre Dame, Colorado. We'll get into all that once in this video. So let's get right to it. Not versus Oklahoma State, led by freshman quarterback. The man is going off right now. That is Damian Liggins, 3 touchdowns. He did throw 2 interceptions, but he's leading his team to the promised land. I mean, Cameron Gallagher, whatever you call it. But no interceptions, 3 touchdowns. A very, very good game right there. Kansas State is a football team that's going to give it 100%. Tennessee and Arkansas. Tennessee won 21-18. Wisconsin beats Purdue 54-14. Washington loses to Indiana 42-35. UCF defeats Utah 42-33. Miami defeats NC State 52-17. Texas Tech beats Kansas 31-13. Oklahoma and Iowa State. Oklahoma wins 37-34. Ole Miss and loses to Georgia 53-0. Colorado and Notre Dame, user versus user. Very, very good football game, man. This game, we fell behind in the first half. We was down pretty much 21-38 at half. Yes, 21-38 at half. But we was able to fight back against a team in Notre Dame that's probably, capable of winning it all. But the second half, we was able to come back, but just a little bit short. We couldn't stop his rushing. Over 664 total offense. We couldn't stop anything, And so in the offseason, we're going to work on building the defense, which we have been doing. I mean, it's not like we start now. This is what we've been trying to work on now. Larry Arnett played decent. I mean, this is average for me. This is not a good game. 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, but it's not good for me. We couldn't get anything going in the rushing, but because we was behind the whole game, his rushing was pretty good. He had over 200 yards damn near a team. His quarterback played very well. Keyshawn, freshman quarterback, 352, 4 touchdowns. But I like the way my team fought. They fought hard all the way through, although we did come up short. But I don't feel like we are a championship team this season. But Arnett's senior year, I think we have what it takes because we got some incoming recruits. Michigan and Minnesota. Michigan wins 66-7. UCLA beats Washington State 58-28. Penn State beat Ohio State 38-21. Texas A&M beat West Virginia 50-21. Alabama beats Kentucky 52-21. You had Syracuse beat Wake Forest 63-10. And then Georgia Tech beats Boston College 49-13. Taking a look at the Heisman race as of right now, the Heisman race has changed. Well, no, it hasn't changed. Everything remains the same except Chuck Campbell moves up with voting. Taking a look at the Players of the Week. Players of the Week right now, we had Chuck Campbell, 6 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumble. Matthew Ritter, who is in the Heisman race, 36 carries, 187 yards, 5.2 rushing yards, 3 catches, 24 yards, 8.0 yards a catch. Taking a look at the top 25 right now, a lot have changed. Oklahoma State, Bama, Miami, Auburn, and Syracuse are your top 5 teams. Looking at the college football playoff bracket, if it was to start today, you would have Wisconsin and Miami, Texas A&M and Michigan, Texas and Auburn, Tulane and Georgia, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Syracuse, and Alabama. Taking a look at these conference standings as of right now. Let's see how many minutes we on right now. All right, 4 minutes, doing perfect. Syracuse, Miami, Georgia Tech. It's a battle right now with Syracuse still being undefeated. I think that's very impressive with the team he has to still be undefeated in the conference. Then you have Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, and Texas Tech. Very, very tight between Oklahoma State and Texas A&M, led by freshman quarterback Damian Liggins. Then you got Torrey Cup, who came back from, the NFL draft. I mean, he was projected to go very high, but he decided to come back. Started out slow, but, I mean, he's been moving very, very strong this last. Ohio State all battling it out. Michigan moves up in that race. Pac-12 right now, Colorado moves down one after losing to Notre Dame. UCLA moves up after playing the computer. So their schedule very favorable as Colorado plays against Texas this week. Then UCLA probably play against scrub. Then you got Notre Dame running it, a 7-0 in the conference. Very, very good football team. They can run, they can pass. They're 94 rated. So, he's doing everything he can to lead his team all the way. Then you have the SEC, still remaining 3 teams undefeated in the SEC. So it's going to come down probably to the last week in regards to these 3 teams. Big matchups this week. We got Oklahoma State and Texas A&M. Texas A&M get a chance to match up against one of the best teams in the GFSSL league. Then you have Miami and Tulane. Going to be a very good game. Tulane must win out along with Miami. I mean, this is like damn near playoff atmosphere type of game. Georgia and Georgia Tech, very big game. And then you got Texas and Colorado, very big game where Colorado is trying to win out. Texas as well, and with the hope of some outside help. Taking a look at UCLA just one quick second as I see them remaining schedule, because a lot of times it can come down to who has the easier road. UCLA plays against USC, so we will see. I mean, USC is a football team that's capable of winning that game, so we will see what happens right there. Taking a look at the recruiting right now. We had a few guys that arrived to the campus, but 3 stars, so there's no need to go over that. But we got Oklahoma, Georgia, Notre Dame, Tulane, and Alabama, top 4 right now in the recruiting. Nothing changed besides Tulane moving up a spot in that regard. Damn, I went fast this time. I think that's pretty much it, man. I mean, let's take a look at the season stats. Well, we'll look at the schedule. Look at the schedule. It's something different. Let's take a look at the schedule before we get out of here. Michigan, going to be a very big game. Damn, this is for, this rivalry game. This is probably going to be for that conference. As both teams playing great football, they are both 6-1. So loser is out, I think, because it's 3 of them right now, all tied in the conference. Texas and Colorado, we spoke about that. As I said before, it's going to be a damn good game. I mean, the user for Texas is a very good opponent. We went over that one. Miami and Tulane went over that one. Texas Tech and Kansas State. That's going to be a very underrated type of game where Kansas State is a team that's been fighting, So, I mean, just because his record is like that don't mean he ain't going to come with it. And then we got USC and UCLA, where USC is in the Pac-12 right now. And even though we beat them, if they beat UCLA and we lose to Texas, they can hop in the Pac-12 championship. See how great this league is? Right now, if USC wins against UCLA, Colorado loses to Texas, they can get into the Pac-12 championship. If they beat Notre Dame, then they get in the playoffs. How sweet could that be? Or if UCLA wins, Colorado loses, UCLA get in, and we beat UCLA. Then you got Florida State and Florida, where, you're playing basically rivalry for the Battle of Florida. Overall, very, very good week as week 12. And we will be back to give you guys the week 13 update. So once again, as I said before, shout out to Notre Dame. Hell of a football game.